He is more than a musician. He is a monument, a digital age colossus whose influence is measured in clicks, likes, and streams. Drake. A name that is no longer just etched into music history but permanently encoded in the very data that defines our culture. With a staggering 37 billion streams, he has transcended mere popularity to become a global phenomenon. The undisputed and seemingly untouchable king of a realm built on ones and zeros. His success appeared to be a perfect, self-evident truth, a story told by the charts and celebrated by the world. But what if the foundation of that entire kingdom is nothing more than shifting sand? What if the colossal numbers we all accepted as proof of his dominance are, in fact, the product of a grand and sophisticated lie, a deception woven into the fabric of the industry itself? A seismic billion-dollar class-action lawsuit has just been unsealed, and its allegations are not of a simple error, but of a deliberate, far-reaching conspiracy. It claims that a secret, sophisticated network of bots, a digital ghost army, methodically fabricated billions of fake plays, constructing a legacy out of thin air. And the reason behind this massive fraud exposes a chilling and deeply rooted rot at the very heart of the modern music industry, forcing us to question everything we thought we knew about fame, success, and the price of a stream. For years, the narrative surrounding Drake was not just compelling, it was monolithic. His success wasn't merely accepted, it was treated as an immutable law of the music industry. The charts consistently bowed to his releases, headlines celebrated each new record shattered, and the staggering statistic of 81 million monthly listeners served as irrefutable proof of a global, organic consensus. He wasn't just winning the game. He had rewritten the rules, building an empire that appeared as solid as granite in the digital landscape. But according to the bombshell class-action lawsuit filed by fellow rapper ARBX, an artist who came of age in the legendary halls of Death Row Records, this global consensus was a meticulously crafted illusion. The suit pulls back the curtain to reveal a disturbing and automated reality, a sprawling shadow network of bots. These aren't passionate fans, but millions of sophisticated, automated computer programs designed with one sole purpose: to masquerade as human listeners and systematically inflate streaming numbers on an industrial scale. So, how does this digital deception actually work? Imagine a factory that never sleeps, operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Its only product is false engagement. This isn't the organic growth of a true fan base sharing and discovering music. This is pure digital manufacturing. It is a silent, relentless assembly line where each and every fake stream is a single brick, meticulously laid to construct a facade of popularity so vast, so seemingly authentic, that the entire world, fans, critics, and the industry itself, was fooled into believing it was real. The lawsuit delivers a particularly damning accusation that the streaming giant, Spotify, failed in its fundamental duty to stop this. It alleges that despite the technology existing to identify such fraudulent patterns, the platform allowed this vast digital ghost town, a place bustling with the activity of non-existent users, to be constructed and prosper right under its nose. This wasn't a breach in a remote wall, it was a fundamental failure at the very heart of the system we all trusted to measure musical success. This massive deception forces us to confront the billion-dollar question at its core: why? Who stands to gain from orchestrating a lie on such a monumental scale? The lawsuit meticulously paints a picture of a system rife with perverse incentives, where multiple players could have motive to look the other way, or even actively participate. For Spotify, the equation is brutally simple. The entire platform's valuation is built upon two key metrics: user growth and total streams. A bot network, while fraudulent, artificially inflates both of these numbers. To advertisers, this creates the illusion of an ever-expanding, deeply engaged audience, allowing Spotify to command higher rates for its ad space. More critically, on Wall Street, these inflated metrics are used to project future growth and justify a soaring stock price, directly enriching shareholders and executives in a self-perpetuating cycle of value based, at least in part, on a digital mirage. But the plot thickens considerably. Could the architect be a shadowy rival, not necessarily to Drake, but to Spotify itself? A competitor could orchestrate this to sabotage the integrity of the entire streaming economy, eroding trust in the platform's data and destabilizing its business model. Alternatively, a malicious actor could be executing a pump and dump scheme, using the bots to manipulate the perceived value of a specific asset before cashing out. While the lawsuit is careful not to level direct accusations at Drake or his immediate team, it forces a deeply uncomfortable question upon the industry. In an ecosystem this vulnerable and financially incentivized to cheat, can any success that reaches the very pinnacle be considered entirely clean? The financial mechanics of streaming royalties create a perfect environment for fraud. Spotify operates a pro rata model, meaning all subscription and ad revenue is pooled together and distributed to rights holders based on their share of total streams. By artificially inflating Drake's streams, an anonymous entity wasn't just burnishing his reputation. They were executing a sophisticated, large-scale heist, actively diverting millions of dollars that rightfully belong to struggling independent artists and songwriters, and silently stealing from the pockets of every legitimate creator on the platform. The repercussions of this scandal extend far beyond a single artist, creating a ripple effect of profound inequity. While Drake's monumental legacy is now shrouded in a cloud of uncertainty, the most significant casualties are the countless artists operating in the shadows, the emerging talents and dedicated musicians whose livelihoods depend on a fair and transparent system. This lawsuit gives a powerful voice to their silent struggle. It highlights a painful reality where the fruits of their labor can be diminished by invisible, automated processes. When streams can be manufactured, the direct link between artistic merit and financial reward is severed. This case forces us to confront a disturbing new paradigm for the music industry, where raw talent can be overshadowed by sophisticated code, and years of hard work can be negated by a clever algorithm. This leaves us with a fundamental philosophical question. What are we truly celebrating in the modern era? Are we honoring genuine artistic expression and cultural impact, or are we merely applauding an expertly crafted digital illusion? The story behind Drake's 37 billion streams has transcended a simple news headline. It has become a cautionary tale for the digital age, a stark warning about what happens when we outsource our judgment to metrics without pausing to ask who or what is ultimately controlling the narrative.